The next award to be presented is the 2024 Henry Cade Memorial Award. This year, the recipient of this honor is Kim Burns, who is receiving this award for supporting the goals and objectives of NABP and the State Boards of Pharmacy to protect public health. Kim, will you please join me on stage? Kim, it is an honor to present you with this plaque.
Well, I'm very honored to be here. Thank you very much, NABP, the Executive Committee, for this award. And of course, Henry Cade, because without him and his service, this award would not be available. And honor to me. So, congratulations also to my colleagues for their awards. It's obviously very, it's my privilege to be honored alongside of you all. I'd also like to just take a moment to, especially after yesterday's presentations and everything, to say, as a practicing pharmacist for 30 years, from the bottom of my heart, you guys, I know how much all of you do for the profession, so thank you very much. So when Al contacted me regarding this award, one thing I did was reflect back on how much time I've spent with NABP, and I realized how much it's been. It's actually been 2 decades. I started back with NABP in 2004 as an item writer for the FPGEE exam, which is the Foreign Pharmacy Grad exam. And it really came about because of 2 unexpected circumstances. The first is when I graduated law school about 22 years ago. And so LECOM is where I work. That's the school I work at. And I wasn't expecting to go into academia full time, but I did. And at that time, in academia, for anyone that doesn't know, one of the required elements you have to have is service. And so my chair came to me a couple years into my faculty role and said that there was, unfortunately, through NABP, because he served on the committee, that there was an exam breach. So he asked me to put in my interest to be an exam writer. So I did, and they invited me to Rosemont, Illinois at the time, and I was an item writer for the FPGEE exam, and I guess they liked me because they kept on inviting me back. And here I am today, about 20 years later. So whether it was the item writing, whether it was the review committee that they invited me to be on eventually, whether it was the standard setting meetings, which I think you guys saw a video on a little bit today, or whatever else I was assisting with. Clearly, what allowed me to assist with consistently was the support of my dean and my school. All these exams really count on the academicians and their expertise, whether it be NAPLEX or the FPGEE and the PCOA, which is now changed to something else. So I really have to give a big thank you to LECOM and the time that they allowed me to. Likewise, these review sessions are days on time, if you will. We kind of get locked in a room and we have to write questions, which are kind of like exhausting mentally. So I have to thank my family, because I have 2 daughters that are 19 and 23 now, so they kind of grew up while I was doing these things, and that takes a lot of time. So I would like to thank my family for their support too, as well, during all that. So currently my service to NABP is assisting with the UPJE, as you guys heard about today, and it sounds like everyone knows about. So when Jay Campbell called me and asked me if I would assist with this exam, I gladly accepted. As discussed earlier, the UPJE is an example of how NABP continues to evolve and adapt with the pharmacy profession. I am positive that this exam will contribute to the important role licensure exams have always served to those states that find it as a needed option. So I look forward to assisting with this exam and helping educate about it as well through its development and as it gets implemented. So finally, while my husband was not able to join me today, as I received this award, my youngest daughter, Carolyn, was. So I wanted to recognize her. She's 20 and in college, and she decided to join her mother, so thank you. So, doesn't happen too much, huh? So thank you so much, NABP. It has really been a fun time every time I do come and join you guys. So thank you very much.